Hi everyone, and welcome to an impromptu live today. I am super excited, so I wanted to jump on and share some exciting news with you. So those of you who don't know me, my name is Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. So I did not announce that I was going live today, so I have no idea if anybody is going to jump on live, but if not, that's okay, because I know a lot of my regulars will catch this on the replay. But exciting news today. So we have got the beautiful new annual catalogue that went live today. So super exciting. I was up in the early hours of this morning placing my order and getting some brand new product sent to me that I can share with you in the next couple of weeks when it arrives. So super excited about this. So see, I can't even talk properly. I'm that excited. So I thought this evening we would have a quick little walkthrough, and I was also going to show you how I tab my catalogue and do my wish list. And in fact, what I was going to do is not go through the entire catalogue. I'm just going to highlight a few pages, and then I'm going to show you what is on my wish list. So you get to see the sorts of things that I like. Now, I did already order a few things this early hours of this morning, as I said, and I had a couple of things already that I had ordered during the pre-order period. As demonstrators, we can get some of the products early, and so of course I took advantage of that and I got some of the products early, which I have been crafting with over the last couple of weeks. You may have seen some of those. Now, something else exciting is for any orders that are placed with me during the month of May, you will get a kit to create this card, absolutely free, as a thank you for shopping with me. Regardless of the size of your order, you'll get a kit to create this card. The only thing you will need is a sentiment stamp. Everything else will be die cut, embossed, and everything for you, except for the stamping, which we can't do for you. You need to do your own stamping. But if you don't have this stamp set, which is the Fresh as a Daisy product suite, and the stamp set is Cheerful Daisies, then you can just use your own sentiment. So all good. Now, this project, hang on one sec. This project shows, I created this on my Facebook Live yesterday. So if you missed it, the tutorial video is there for you. But it highlights the beautiful new in colors. So that's the 2023 to 2025 in colors, in those gorgeous colors. And one of the new beautiful bundles, which is the Fresh as a Daisy, Cheerful Daisies. I've got to keep looking over there to check the name of it. The Cheerful Daisies bundle with the beautiful stamp sets and dies. So yeah, so I will pull this up on my other devices just in case we get any comments coming through, if anybody's joining us live and has any questions. So I'll bring that up, and let me just grab that here. Now, all of the links, if I mention any of the links today, and my shopping link, my joining link, all of my other links, they will be in the description of this video, both here on Facebook and when I upload it to YouTube later on as well. It'll be there for you. So without further ado, let's tip the camera down to the desk and we'll get started, and I will share this beautiful new catalogue with you. Here we go. So I'm just going to cover up the camera briefly while I tip it down and do my transitions, just so I don't make you dizzy. Here we go. Okay. Get that ready for you. And I'll make sure I get everything lined up so that you can see the catalogue. Sorry, I'm just doing all these clamps up really tightly so that my camera doesn't drop mid share, because that would be... Now, did I flip my cameras? I can't remember if I flipped. We'll find out in a moment. Yes, I did. Yay. Good. All right. And put some light down there too. I'll move my keyboard because we don't need that now. And all right. So anything that you see in this catalogue is now available. There's just 2 items that are not yet available, 2 of the smaller items. But I'll try to remember to point those out as we go through. It's one of the packaging and the new the new accessories for the Take Your Pick tool. They're also not available just yet, but they hopefully will be available soon. Any of the products that you see, you can find them in my online store by going to my blog, which is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. And then if you click on the shop button, let me just adjust that down a bit. There we go. Click on the shop button and that'll take you through to my online store. This is my May 2023 host code. So if you use that with me, not only will you get one of these beautiful cards when shopping with, a kit to make this beautiful card when you're shopping with me during May, but if your order is over $75, when you use that host code, you'll also receive my thank you gift of the month, which is the May tutorial bundle, which has, just trying to remember how many tutorials were in it this month. I can't remember. I think it might have been 44 or something like that. I'm just going to straighten up the camera for one sec. Feel like we're just a little bit crooked there. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. All right. So let's start and have a look through this gorgeous, gorgeous catalog of all these beautiful products. So I take mine to my local stationers and have it spiral bound, and I have a plastic cover put on the front and on the back to protect my catalog because I'm using mine all year round and I'm referencing it most days. So I like to keep mine nice. I add all of these sections here on the catalog, and I'm going to explain to you how I do that because I did have a question about that on my YouTube channel. I think that's what the question was referring to. I'm still waiting for clarification, but I think that that's what they were asking about. So I'm going to show you how I tab my catalog, and then these are my current wish list items, and my wish list usually changes, expands, etc. as we go along, as I see people using different products. So I'll show you that as well. So first of all, when you open up the catalog, well, you see a bit of an overview here of some of the new and returning colors, some of the beautiful products that are coming in this catalog. So that's kind of the sneaky peek. Then when you open up, let's move across to the center of, there we go. When you open up, here's my little extra sticky notes ready to stick in when I find extra products that I want to use or things that I want to highlight. The reason I am now actually showing you the inside of the catalogue is because it has gone live here in Australia today. So once the catalogue goes live, we are allowed to show the inside of the catalogue. Prior to that, we can only show you the front cover. So it's super exciting. Oh, there's my other sticky notes there. All right, so we've got a little bit of a sneak peek there of some of the new products that are coming. And you'll notice on each page, there'll be like a little bit of a blurb on each page. So look out for that on each of the pages. On page 2, you'll see that Stampin' Up! Is celebrating their 35-year anniversary this year, which is very exciting. So Stampin' Up! Has been around for 35 years. So that just goes to show what a quality company they are, being around for such a long time. So that is super amazing. So this is Shelley Gardner and her husband. And Shelley was one of the co-founders of Stampin' Up! Originally. She co-founded with her sister. And since then, her daughter, Sarah Douglas, has gone on to join Stampin' Up! And is now the Stampin' Up! CEO. So this is all of Shelley's family. And there's a little bit of an overview there of the family. So gives you a little bit of a sneaky peek into their life and their family. So that's always lovely to look at. And yeah, I love this photo of Shelley and Sterling. It's just so adorable. Sterling is her husband. All right, next page, we have got the table of contents. So I'm just going to go through a few of these first pages to explain those first so that you know how to find things easily in the catalogue. And then from there, we'll go through and I'll talk about my tabs and my wish list. On page 3, you have the table of contents. Now, if you are looking for something specific in the catalogue, this will give you the categories. So we have got the product suites. So we've got 10 new, 3, 6, 7, 8, yes, that's right. Second guessed myself then for a moment. We have 10 new product suites. in this catalog. Now, product suites is a collection of products that all coordinate beautifully together. Hi, Dimity. Thank you for joining me. Great to have you here. So they all coordinate beautifully together. If ever you get a little bit overwhelmed with the catalog or you're not sure where to start, a suite is a great place to start because you know that everything you purchase in that suite is going to coordinate beautifully together. All right, then it shows you where to find the accessories. There's information there about hosting and joining. And then at the back, you've got the indexes. And then you've got pages here where you'll find the punch bundles, the die bundles, accessories, and the list of stamps in index at the back. There's a few little icons here. You might want to have a read of that so that you know to look out for these icons throughout the catalog and you'll understand what they mean. All right, then we've got a little bit of information here about Stampin' Up! And different things that happen within Stampin' Up! You can always find lots of information online as well, and there's Pinterest boards and all sorts of things. So check out these pages here. Stampin' Up! Also has making a difference. They love to make a difference in the lives of others, and so there's always special programs that are going on, so you can read a little bit about that here. And this is one of the ways that Stampin' Up! Help the community with different charities and things like that, different special events that they hold to help those charities. So you can check all of that out. All different sorts of things there. Then you come over the page here, page 6, talks about the online exclusives. So there is a section in the online store which is brand new. It just launched, I think it was in March actually that it launched. It's called Online Exclusives, and they are products that you will not see featured in the catalogue. So you might see a little snippet of them here and there of the ones that are going to be around for a little while, but there's lots of other online exclusive products that are there just for a limited time. They don't have an end date, and to find those you'll need to go to the online store and click on Online Exclusives in the menu to have a look at those. This is one of the suites that we kicked off with, which is the Hello Irresistible suite. So I know that a lot of you have already seen that, and I created with that a fair bit when that first came out, so you may have seen some of my videos with that as well. Then we've got a page which talks about our different types of stamps. So we've got cling stamps, photopolymer stamps, we've got distinctive stamps, two-step stamping stamp sets, and we've got reversible stamp sets, which are all exclusive to Stampin' Up! So you might like to have a look at that page as well to help you to understand the different types of stamps that are available. We've got a little overview here of the color refresh. So a lot of you would know that would already know that Stampin' Up! Has done a color refresh in this catalog. So that means some of our old colors have left. We've got some brand new colors that have come in. We've also got some returning colors that were previous in colors that have come back as new core colors now. And then of course we've got our beautiful in colors, which I've been showing over the last couple of weeks, on my different projects. So these are the colors here from the new in colors. So there's a little bit of an overview there, and they've just highlighted a few of those colors there. Lots of great little details on here, and these you can actually use as launch pads for ideas to put on your cards as well. If you just look at the little details that are here on this page. So more inspiration. You'll find information here about coordination with dies and punches. And then there's a little overview here about the suite collections, color coordination, and there's a little picture here down here of all of the products that are in the new Moody Mauve color, which is one of the new in colors. But this is how the color coordination can look when you are looking to coordinate things, which is a great thing about Stampin' Up! Because of the color coordination. The products just coordinate so beautifully together. And it just makes your crafting so much easier. All right, then of course we have got kits. Now, a lot of you will already know that we always have kits, and There are lots and lots of different kits. There's a new kit that comes out about every month or so now, which is fantastic. We always have something new. And there was a brand new one that launched today as well. It's the Confetti Birthday Kit. So if you haven't seen that, I haven't actually posted it publicly yet. I was going to wait a day or two because the catalogue has just launched today as well. But there is a new kit as well. So if you have a look in the kits collection section in the online store, you'll find them there. The kits don't feature too heavily in the catalogue here, but they're just a little bit of an overview, but you will find them in the online store. And there's just a beautiful selection there of some of the ones that are currently available. And then we move into all of the products. Okay, so this is our first suite in the catalogue. This is the Bright and Beautiful Suite collection. So from here, I will show you how I tab my sections in my catalogue. Now, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators do have available to them some catalogue tags. Oh, hi Amanda, how are you? Great to have you here. So as demonstrators, we can order catalogue tabs from the supply list. So if you are a demonstrator, you can order those. You can share those with your customers. Yeah, and use them in your own catalogues. And they're usually color coordinated to the catalogue as well. I find I like to tab additional sections in my catalogue. So I did use the catalogue tabs for a couple of years, but then I started adding my additional tabs in there, and then there just wasn't enough tabs. So I went back to using my my little post-it notes, and so this is how I do mine. So if you have a look up in the top corner up here, you'll see that there's a little color code, a little color bar there, or it's a little square actually, and it says all occasion. So these are the all occasion stamps in this section. So if you have a look, it's a bit hard to tell. Oh, if I hold the catalogue like that, you'll see how there's all the different colors there. That signifies all the different sections in your catalogue. So they are my first tabs, is sectioning off all of those different sections in the catalogue. So we've got all occasions, we've got love, thanks and support. So that's my next tab. We've got hobbies and creation, and you'll notice sometimes they do start on the opposite page. It's just that I put all my tabs on this side, so that kind of works better for me to, yeah, put them on that page. Then we've got artistic expression, so they're more of our sort of arty type stamps. Then I label where I find all of my colors. So this is the color collection, and this is on pages 122 and 123 of the catalogue. And you'll see all of the color range here. So you'll see that they are in different color collections, or I like to call them color families, but they do call them color collections now. So this is the new in color for 23 to 25. 2023 to 2025, sorry. And these are these ones here that I have used on this card here. And then we've got the 2022 to 2024 in colors, which are the ones that we were highlighting last year, but they are carrying over for another year. Then we've got our Brights collection, neutrals, regals, subtles, and our basics. Now, some of the colors that you might have seen in previous catalogs have been shuffled around a little bit. Just a few of them, they've been shuffled around a little bit. So if you previously found a color in one color collection, that it might have moved. If you can't find it and you think, oh no, it's gone, just check the other color collections because it might be there. It might have just got moved. Also here, because we have got our new color refresh, sorry, I went blank then, our color refresh, you'll notice too that above the colors that are returning, it'll have returning and it'll be highlighted in that color, and the ones that are new will have the new tab about them, above them, sorry. So if you see those above the colors, you know that they're the new or the returning colors, okay? And the in colors, they're always new, so they don't have anything above them except for the year that they're going to be around for. All right, so that's how you can find them. Also too, throughout the catalogue, you might see this little, I'm not sure if you can see it here, it's quite tiny here, this little N in a pink box. That signifies new. And the reason that that is there with the basic black, with the Stampin' Write marker, is because it's the new configuration. You might have seen when I did my unboxing that the Stampin' Write markers have a new configuration now. and the black one has been newly configured as well. All of the other colors have been reconfigured. The black also has as well. So here on the page, you'll find cardstock, your Stampin', your classic Stampin' pads, your classic Stampin' ink refills, and your Stampin' blends. Okay, and you just go across with the colors. You'll see the different codes there for the different products that you want to order. If you're wondering about the cardstock, it tells you over here more about each of those colors of cardstock. So the cardstock comes in, where am I looking now? Hang on one sec. Let me just see how they've got it laid out in this one. Yes, 24 sheets in each individual pack. Now, if you didn't want a full pack of one single color, there are assortment packs as well where you can get an assortment of each of the color collections. Okay, so we'll come across those in a moment. I'll show you where to find those. With your Stampin' pads, you can order them in a bundle and save, get a discount on those. I'll show you where to find them, which is actually over the page here. So we have got the storage solution, the Stampin' Up! Storage solution, which I have on my desk. I actually have some on both of my desks, but all of my ink pads, my Stampin' blends, my adhesives, and my Stampin' Right markers, my blocks, everything, they're all stored here right in front of me. You can't see them here on camera, but I have shown them before in photographs previously. All right, so if you're looking for assortments and bundles, come over to here, to this page. This is page 125, and you'll find your A4 cardstock assortment and your 12 by 12 cardstock assortments in each of the color collections. Okay, so you just choose which color collection you want, then go across with, I use my finger because it makes it easier for me to see, to find the product that you're after, and then that is the code that you're going to use for that product bundle. So we've got A4 cardstock, 12 by 12 cardstock, classic Stampin' pad bundles. You can get them in the color families, or sorry, the color collections, and you do save 10% when you purchase them as a bundle. Same with the ink pad, the ink refills, and also the Stampin' Right markers. You can get them as a bundle as well. Actually, with the Stampin' Right markers, they don't have a discounted bundle price, but you can get the whole collection. That's how you actually order the Stampin' Right markers, is in the color collection. Now, if you already have a lot of the colors, but you wanted some of those new core colors that are coming in, there is bundles available for just those new core colors. So again, you can purchase them individually, but if you wanted all of those new core colors, so the returning and the brand new colors, you can use the core color codes here. So we've got the A4 cardstock, the 12 by 12, the the stamp pads. The ink refills do not come in a bundle for the core colors. You'll just have to go back to the previous page and get the code individually. For instance, Lemon Lolly, that's a new core color. You'd have to come over here to get the ink refill code for that. Okay. And then you've got the Stampin' Right markers, which come in those new core color, it's up here, the new core color bundle. You can get those together so that you don't have to reorder the full collection, the full color collections to get all of those new colors. You can just get the new core colors. And then of course we've got the in color sections down here as well, which are separate. Okay, so that's kind of how that works. The soft pastels and the watercolor pencils assortment 1 have been reconfigured with some of the new colors. Okay, so just know that the original ones had some of the old colors that have now retired. Okay, now if you want all of the Stampin' Right markers in all of the brights, neutrals, regals, and subtles, which will include the core colors, you can get them all together as a bundle and save 10%. So there's a code down there for those as well. Okay, so just a little bit about that. Then we've got over the page here, we've got some of the packaging options, and this one is the one that I wanted to let you know was not available yet. This is the little scalloped gift card boxes. They are not available yet. Stampin' Up was not happy with the original quality of them, so they've just held them back. They're dealing with that to get them up to quality standards, and then we'll have more information on that down the track. So just know that they're not available at the moment. All the beautiful specialty papers are here. Lots and lots to choose from. I just ordered a whole heap of those in my order last night, early hours of this morning. So they'll be here soon. Yeah, and then I'll be able to share those with you. All right, my next tab is my DSP, my designer series paper, on pages 128 to 129, and you'll see all of the beautiful papers there. Now, I have got a paper share running at the moment, and it closes, the registrations close on Friday, the 5th of May. So if you'd like to get a collection of papers at a great price, rather than having to outlay for full packs of those papers, you'll get a quarter pack of papers in my paper share. The link to that will be in the description of the video, and you'll be able to click there, go have a look at all the information, and then decide if that's what you would like to do. And I also have an in color share as well. So you can choose either or of those shares, or you can get all of them. So I will pop that link up in the description for you. But so many gorgeous papers in here. They're just absolutely stunning. All right, then we go into our, we've got our memories and more products there. We've got some note cards, and note cards and envelopes are down here. Our standard envelopes in vanilla, white, and the clear envelopes, which if you are posting a card, I always recommend using one of these clear envelopes to pop your card in and seal it up. Pop it in either a white or a vanilla envelope then. So when it's in this clear envelope, it is protected from the weather. So many times I have received cards on rainy days and my letterbox leaks. So some of those cards have been totally ruined by the weather. But if it's in one of these little clear envelopes, it protects it. So I always recommend using clear envelopes. All right, so that's all there for you. And then my next tab is coloring tools. So we've got all the beautiful coloring tools there. We've got some new decorative masks, which are on my wish list. That's one of my wish list tabs there, is the new decorative masks. Lots of other decorative, paper crafting, coloring tools and things there. So check those out. And I've just ordered as well the metallic enamel effects. I've got some ideas to use with those. So I've just ordered some of those. They were carried over from, oh gosh, I'm not sure which catalogue they were in, but they were a carryover item. So they're not labelled as new, but they are new in, you know, an annual catalogue. All right, then we've got the adhesives. So if you are looking for adhesives in your annual catalogue, you'll find them on page 138. Lots and lots of different adhesives there to choose from, depending on your preference. And then we go into the bling. So that is my next tab, is my ribbon and bling, because those of you that know me and know my projects, you know that I love ribbon and bling. So we have got lots and lots. Look at all of these. So it starts on this page with these. I haven't ordered these ones yet, but I am so interested to have a look at some of those. They're great for shaker cards. So they're called the iridescent shaker circles. So really, really cool. Also too great for shaker cards are these loose silver sequins as well. They're actually part of one of the bundles also, but you can also order them individually if you didn't want the suites, I mean. All these beautiful embellishments. I've popped a few different ones in my order last night, but of course there's more that I want. But you know, gotta watch that budget and cost it all out and spread it out. And we do have 12 months of this catalogue, so you know, you don't need everything all at once. And then my next tab is my ribbons tab. I love ribbon, and we have got some ribbons that are carrying over, and we've got some ribbons that are brand new with that little N logo in this catalogue as well. So I'm building up my supply of those new ribbons because every card needs ribbon and bling. Then my next tab is my tools section. Oh, and that seems to be stuck. Oh no, my punches section is stuck on the other side of that. So we've got the tools here. So you've got your Simply scoreboard, your Stampin trimmer. Now, the other item that is not yet available, which I didn't mark in here actually, is the Take Your Pick Crafters Tips. So there's new attachments for the Take Your Pick tool. They're just not quite ready yet. So they were not available for the release of the catalogue, but hopefully they will be available really soon. And I can't wait to get my hands on those to have a play with it. We've got a craft knife attachment. So what does it say? We've got a hobby blade, which is like a craft knife. We've got a pick tip and a rotary perforating tip. I think that one is going to be awesome to play with. So can't wait to get those when they become available, but I'll let you know when they're available. Then we go into our punch section. So in the beginning of our punch section, we've got the punch bundles. Then we go into the individual punches. My next tab is blocks and cleaning. This is a new tab I added this month. I'm just going to have to take my jacket off now that I'm talking. And I did put the heating on because I was so cold today. And now I'm talking, I'm heating up. Yeah, this is a new tab that I've added this year because I always have trouble finding this page in the catalogue. So I thought I'm going to add it as a tab this year. So all of your cleaning tools, your blocks, your grid paper. Oh, there is some new grid paper that's been released today as well with the new in colours on the bottom of it with a beautiful design. That you can find in the online exclusives. It's not in the catalogue because it's just a special release product, but you'll find that one in the online exclusives in the online store. But then we do have just the usual generic Stampin' Up! Grid paper as well, which is the large pads of grid paper. All right, so that's where you'll find all of that. And then my next tab is SCEM, which stands for Stampin' Cut and Emboss Machine. So we call it a SCEM for short. That's just the terminology that us demonstrators have come up with. But we've got information there about that. Now, if you are looking for replacement base plates, that's your white base plates, you will find those in the online exclusives for both of the machines. Okay, so if you're worried because you can't see them in the catalogue and something's happened to your base plate and you need to replace it, you'll find that in the online exclusives in the online store. Okay. We also have our adhesive sheet as here. It features on the adhesives page, but also here with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine because a lot of times people are using it when they're die cutting. All right, so then we go into all of the Stampin' Die bundles. So there's lots of them here to choose from. Oh my goodness, I'm ticking mine off as I go because otherwise I'll lose track. And then we go into the individual dies that are available. And you'll see I've got a couple here earmarked already on my wish list. This one in particular, that's going to be on my next order, I think. I've already written it in my wish list book ready for my next order. Then after that, my next tab is embossing folders, which they follow on pretty much from the dies anyway, so they're easy to find. You've got beautiful embossing folders, and we've got a few new ones. We've got the exposed brick, geometric patterns, and the twisted rope. They're all new embossing folders. Oh, yes, I did say that one. So, countryside blossom, exposed brick, geometric patterns, and twisted rope. So we've got the 4 new embossing folders, plus the other ones that have carried over as well from the other catalogues. My next tab is my joining tab. So that is information in there about joining Stampin' Up! And then the next one after that is host. So there's information there about hosting. And also on this page with the hosting is about the Stampin' Rewards. So the Stampin' Rewards, you can earn free product with qualifying orders. So whether or not that be large orders that you're placing yourself, which are over $250, or if you are gathering orders from friends, or if you're hosting a workshop and your orders are over $250, you can earn host rewards, or as we call them, Stampin' Rewards, when your orders go over $250. So it's always great to know that when you're popping in your orders, because you can get freebies. Now, as part of that as well, if you do earn host rewards or Stampin' rewards, there are 2 beautiful stamp sets here that you can choose as part of that. You can choose to use your Stampin' rewards on anything you like from the catalog or from the online store, anything that's current. But to get these host stamp sets, the only way you can get them is by using Stampin' rewards. Okay, so if you like either of these stamp sets, host rewards is the way to go, and you actually get them at a reduced price using host rewards. All right, so that's a little bit about those. Then we get to our index. So my next tab is my index tabs, and here is all our accessories index. So easy to reference. I mean, I have all my other tabs for myself, that's easy. But if you're not using so many tabs like I have, you can just come to the index tab and easily find where things are. And then this is the page I reference a lot. This is your stamp set index. So if you know the name of your stamp set that you are looking for, this is your stamp set index. Okay, so you can find them all by name. They have the code, the ordering code, the price, both in Australian and New Zealand dollars. So if you're in New Zealand, and then you have your page number as well. If you're in a different market overseas, of course, you will have your own currency there as well. And then the page that you'll find it on. So that's one of my biggest references in my catalog, is the stamp index page. And then on the back, there's just a little bit of legal jargon there and a little bit about how Stampin' Up! Makes a difference with the different things that they have. They have the day of service, incentive trips, service projects, demonstrator philanthropic events, and product give backs. And these are the things that they do each year to give back to the community. And then on the back page, we've got this gorgeous, oh my goodness, that is that die set that I said to you was on my next order. You can create some of these beautiful flowers using some of those dies. And in this image here, or this project that's been created here, is also included the daisies from the Cheerful Daisies dies, which is what I've used on this card here. So we've got those in there as well, included in with that other die set. So they coordinate so beautifully together, so I can't wait to get that. All right, so let's have a quick look through now at my wish list items. Now, some of these I already popped on my list that I placed, on my order I placed early hours of this morning. So I've taken those tabs out, which were those ones that were sticking in the front of my, so I've got, how many did I get today? 3. I think there was another one as well. Oh yeah, there's 4 there. So 4 of those wish list items went on my order today, as well as a whole stack of other things. So because, you know, there were other things that I needed, some more paper and some cardstock. So this is how I do my wish list. I do it with sticky notes, because then I've got a visual reference rather than writing them up on in my, well, they then go from there into my book, because then I prioritize how I'm going to order them. But then I've got a visual reference of what I'm wanting. So the seasonal branches bundle, I just really love this. And I just think that the branches, so just let me explain something before I go any further. If you see a bundle here in the catalog on a page, you'll see the stamp set in a large format, which is usually 100% unless it's otherwise stated. So you know that's the stamp of the size of the actual stamp sets. At the bottom, you'll see if it has a bundle, either a punch or a die set that coordinates with it. And you can see these dies in a larger image on a page further back in the catalog, and it always tells you here what page. So for instance, this one, you can see a closer up image of the stamp set and the die bundle on page 159. And here you'll see a little icon with the mini machine. So you'll know that these dies will actually fit through the mini machine. Okay. So yeah, I just love this. I just think it's so versatile, and just having all those branches and different leaves and flowers that you can create. I just think it is such a versatile set. Like, how cute is this card with the little birds sitting in the branches there? Yeah, I love the sentiments too. Anyway, that's my first item on my list. I am a sucker for great sentiment stamp sets. I love a good sentiment stamp set. So the Hope You Know is on my stamp set. I just think there's beautiful fonts, beautiful sentiments in there that you can use inside or outside of your cards. So that one's on my wish list too. All right. Oh my goodness. Super cool. How super cool is this stamp set? So retro. I just think this is so fun. I can't wait to get my hands on this one as well. I just think that'll be so awesome. I even just love this slimline card that they've made here. Doesn't that look just so retro? Super cool. This one I really like too. So refreshing. I don't tend to buy a lot of the fruit stamp sets and things like that, but I just really liked this one. And also too, because you can, it's got like this little picnic rug, or you might like to use it as like a little tablecloth. I guess it's kind of small, so probably more like a tablecloth, that you can make these gorgeous little scenes from. And I love anything that I can tell a story with as well. So yeah, this just speaks to me, this one. I love all the extra little bits and pieces in the dies as well. So that one will be lots of fun to create with. Another sentiment stamp set, and this one has a coordinating die set as well, with some labeled dies, some florals. We've got hearts in there, and this one, the dies actually cut around the stamped images. So anytime you see in the catalogue a stamped image that has a white shadowing around it, you'll see it on this page too. You'll know that they are the stamps in the set that have coordinating dies that will cut them out. Okay, so each one of these sentiments has its own die that will cut it out. So how cool is that? So yeah, so that one's on my list. All right, the next one that's on my list is another fantastic sentiment stamp set. This one's got lots of bold sentiments, and then you've got smaller sentiments here that coordinate with these larger, bolder sentiments. And you've got this little divider line here. See how they've used that up here? If you can see that on my catalogue, if I hold that up. So you've got congrats, then you've got like a little border line, or a separation line, I guess you'd call it. And then it says, you're all kinds of amazing. So congrats, you're all kinds of amazing. And I just love that little separation line. Yeah, I think that's just a really cool touch. And you've got two little hearts there as well. So some great sentiments in that one. All right, we've got the Countryside in Sweet. Now, you might have seen a card that I created with that last week using the Designer Series paper. I don't have the stamps or the dies yet, but I did get the Designer Series paper. Oh, and there's an embossing folder as well in this suite. So with any of the suites, you will see that you can purchase all of the products in the suite together using one code. And this is the price here for the entire suite collection. And then the individual products are listed below there. So if you wanted to just get the Designer Series paper, for instance, you'll find it on the Designer Series paper pages in the back, but also you'll find them here in the suite page. And you've got the information here about that. So it tells you the code and the price there as well. All right, so yeah, so you can order any of those products in the suite collections as individual products or together in the collection all together using one code. And remember too that if you're ordering any stamps that coordinate with dies or punches, it's always a great idea to get the coordinating stamp or die or punches with it, because let me tell you the number of times I have made the mistake of just buying the stamp set and then down the track thinking, oh, I really need the dies now, or I really need that coordinating punch now. And you pay full price for each of the items when you do that. But if you buy them up front as a bundle, you'll always save yourself 10%. So when they are available in a bundle. So yeah, so if you see this item, this icon, I should say, 10% bundle savings, make sure you get the bundle. So I'll be purchasing that bundle at some point. And I love the embossing folder too. Oh, and that embossing folder, it's beautiful on its own. It's a little bit hard to see in this on this page, but you will see it in the embossing folder section in the back of the catalogue. and it tells you here where you can find it on page 168. It's beautiful, but it also coordinates with one of the designer series papers in the pack, and you can actually emboss the design on that paper. It actually fits right over the design on that paper and embosses it. So cool. It's the first time Stampin' Up! Has actually done that, and I love that. I think that's awesome. I think we'll see that more and more in future. All right, my next one is, I love florals, and so this beautiful one here is the textured floral bundle. So I really love that look. So that's another, I just love how pretty those and soft those flowers look. Sorry, I keep on getting light reflection from my light, so I'll just hold that up. So I really, really love that one. The other thing I was going to say too is, just going back to this bundle, because this is, I didn't explain this stamp actually. This is one big stamp, okay? So one big stamp, it stamps all of this detail on it, but with the dies, they are individual dies. So you can die cut those individual layers of that stamped image. So if you just want this border, there's a die for that. If you just want this border, there's a die for that. So how cool is that? It's a really different type of stamp set. It's very interesting. And this one over the page, Lasting Joy, it actually coordinates beautifully with any of the stamp sets, but the flowers in particular coordinate beautifully with this designer series paper, and they go really well with, you know, that stamp set and die. They're not part of that bundle, but they go really well with it, or not part of that suite, I should say. And they've got beautiful sentiments in there as well. So actually, I don't have a sticky note in there. Hang on a minute, I need to rectify that. Let's see, orange, pink. No, what comes before orange? Purple. Let's use this purple one. And I'll put that in there. See, I'll have to line up my, see how they're all neatly, well, they were originally neatly arranged, but because I've pulled some out and they're all in color order, I'm a little bit fussy with my sticky notes. But of course, as I start pulling ones out, when I start purchasing products, they get all out of order and then they look messy because there's gaps, and oh, I just have to deal with it. All right, the next one on my wish list is this one here. I really love this timeless arrangement. So this one was one of the ones that was available as a demonstrator pre-order, and I didn't get it at that time because I was ordering I ordered all the new colors, the coloring tools and all of that sort of thing. So it wasn't on my list to get at that time, but it is now. So it's one of the ones that I want in my next couple of orders as well. It's beautiful. And the dies for this one are really interesting. I'll actually show you on page 160 if we can get a closer up look. Just don't want to lose my spot there. Where are we? Here on page 160. Here it is here, the Timeless Arrangement Bundle. And the little sprigs of greenery, they actually are on like a little bar. So they're all attached, which makes it so easy to put behind our sentiment layers rather than having to individually piece our little sprigs and our little floral pieces in behind our sentiment labels. They're all attached. So you just pop them in. So I really can't wait to get that one in hopefully my next order and share that with you as well. And again, they all fit through the mini as well, which is awesome. And I've got some beautiful they're stitched rectangle sentiment labels as well, which are really awesome. The other thing is too, that little bar, if you have a smaller sentiment stamp, I saw somebody demonstrate today a project, and the little bar or the little rectangle on the bottom of them, if you have a small enough stamp set, you can actually stamp directly onto that as well. So yeah, so that's a really cool one. And you've got a few little extra florally bits there and a bit of, you know, texture stamp as well, and beautiful sentiments. All right, the next one. Okay, so this suite, oh my goodness, it is just so beautiful. I love texture. I love anything that looks like it can be distressed. This just is my thing. So this one, although it doesn't have a sticker, a wish list sticker, it doesn't have a wish list sticker because it went in my order this morning. So this one is coming. I love it. The paper is just so texturized. It looks amazing. These stamps are just gorgeous. I love the sentiments. I just love everything about it. And this ribbon trim, oh, it's just gorgeous. Actually, you can't see it really well. Let me hold that up a little bit. Can you see that? It is called Natural Wavy Trim. You can see it up close on page 144 of your catalogue, but it is gorgeous. So I can't wait to get and play with that. And I'm probably going to be having a class using that suite as well. Most likely. All right, the next one I really loved was the Courage and Faith stamp set. I always love a stamp set with beautiful verses, and this one has got some Bible references in it as well. Just really beautiful to encourage those that might be going through a hard time, or just to let people know that you are thinking of them, you know, and things like that. And then you've got these beautiful florals as well that you can use with those sentiments. And I just love anything like that. This one down here I already have, the Hope and Prayer, but the Courage and Faith is on my wish list as well now too. So that one's really beautiful. All right. Oh my goodness. Sweet and precious. How cute are these little critters? Oh my goodness. So I love animals, if you didn't already know. My daughter, one of my daughters, is a marine biologist, and she works in a large aquatic park, and occasionally she mainly works with stingrays and other sea creatures in the intertidal pool. She also works with reef sharks and things like that, but and turtles and all sorts of things like that. But sometimes she actually works with the penguins. And when she was down here, she worked with the dugong, the stingrays, and often with the penguins as well. Up there, she doesn't work with the penguins as often, but just occasionally. At the moment, she's injured, so at the moment, she's not able to work with the penguins. But I saw this and I thought, oh my goodness, I have to get this. She doesn't watch my live, so I can tell you that I will probably be using this to make her a card this year. So adorable. And of course, some of her friends up there, you know, they're all animal lovers because they work in that industry. But I just thought this might be great for some of them as well, for some of her friends. So just super cute. And how cute is this little sloth with a little baby? It's just so adorable. Well, they've all got their little babies, but these would be great for cards for anybody really, but also great for new babies or for little ones. Yeah, I just love it. All right, let's have a look at our next tab. This one I already have. This is the one I used the other day. You might have seen that on my live last week. Okay, so we have a gamer in the family, my son, and when I saw this, I thought, oh my goodness, this is such an awesome stamp set for the gamers out there. So any of you that have children that love gaming, this is an awesome set here. I love this one too. My son used to drum. He still has his drum kit, but he doesn't drum these days. But if he was still drumming, I would definitely buy this kit. This stamp set. But for any of you that have, you know, make cards for people that are musical or have musical people in your family, this would be a great set too. All right. Oh, the next one is this suite here, the Inked Botanicals. I really love this one too. I love the really soft, pretty colors in this one. And this stamp set with the texture, I'm just going to move my light back a little bit so it's not reflecting quite so much. Let's see how I can get that positioned. Is that a bit better? That's a bit better. Just with the sort of textured look of the stamp set. Oh yeah, I just really love that. The punch doesn't speak to me as much with the coordination of the punch. I'm not sure if I will get the punch as well at this stage. But the stamp set and the papers and the ribbon, I'll definitely be getting those. And I'm still thinking on the punches. Okay. My wish list is huge, isn't it? If anyone else has a huge wish list like me, feel free to let me know. Help me feel better. The layering leaves stamp set, I really love this one as well. This one is on my wish list, and this one was designed by a million sales achiever in the US, Rachel Tessman. So if any of you know Rachel Tessman, this is the stamp set that she helped design, and this one actually coordinates with a current punch that we have, which is this one here, the bow punch. So it coordinates with that one. And I heard Rachel talk about this one, and she was saying that because she loves paper pumpkin kits, and she loves designing alternative projects with the paper pumpkin kit, she said often people want additional items to use with those stamp sets. Once they've created all the kits, they like to have additional items that coordinate with the stamp sets from the paper pumpkin kits. And so that's what her idea was behind designing this one, because all of these little sprigs, they can be used, you know, to add to those kits and also other projects as well. So it was really interesting to hear her talk about, I mean, she said a bit more than that, of course, but that's kind of me paraphrasing some of what she said. Yeah, and I just love the sentiments. I love the fonts. So yeah, so well done, Rachel. And you'll notice that it's got the little 1 million logo down here. So anytime, here's one as well. I've got this one already. This one's carried over from a previous catalogue. This one was designed by Sandy Hartka. I'm not familiar with Sandy, so I might have to look her up and see where she is from. But yeah, she designed this one. So yeah, anytime you see that little logo, you know that it's been designed or helped to be designed by one of our top selling demonstrators. All right, so this one here, the bouquet bundle. I love this one too. It's got lovely sentiments. And also too, I just love the florals and the extra floral pieces. I love anything with extra sprigs that you can use on different projects, or, you know, that I can think of different versatility around, yeah, to get the most out of our products. So I just love that it's got all these extra little, you know, little bits that can be added to different projects. And these all die cut. They all have their own dies. And this one here, it tells you just here in this little blurb here, it's a multiple image. These are multiple images in one stamp, but they die cut individually. So then you can use them. You can even pop these up on top of these to give them dimension, to make them look like those little bits on the tops of the flowers are sort of, you know, popping up out of the flower. I love that. I love that idea. There's so many great ideas that Stampin' Up have come up with. The designers that have created these products, yeah, they just blow my mind, the different things that they come out with. So this one, the Masterfully Made Suite, I really love this one. It's really bright and colourful. The Designer Series paper, it looks like it has been created by torn paper, and it's got different textures and things like that in it. You've got hand-painted paper in there as well. There's just so much in it. Like it's been hand created or handcrafted and then photographed to make Designer Series paper. So yeah, I just really love all the texture look in that. I love the textured look of the stamp set and the dies. So I like to do tearing in some of my projects, because it's a distressing technique, and I love distressing techniques. This one actually has dies that will do it for you. So if you get a bit concerned about tearing your cardstock and you're worried that you're going to do it wrong, or you know, you're not confident doing it, this one actually has dies to do that for you, as well as it's got this cute little die to give you that notebook look as well on your cardstock or your paper. So I love that. And then you've got this beautiful, this sort of leafy image as well that die cuts, which looks to be quite large actually. So yeah, so love that. All right, then on my list, I've got Coffee with Friends, because I just thought this was a really lovely set. I do like to have at least one or two sets in my collection that have like people in it, and I have one at the moment that's carried over into this catalogue, which I can't remember the name of, but it's the one that has a little doggy with her, and then another one where she's sitting on the window ledge looking out the window and then overlooking the ocean, or, you know, the mountain or whatever, standing at the railing. Do you remember that one? I can't think what it's called. But this is a similar style. I love just the coffee and the croissants. And I really like this one of the two girls sitting there on the bench enjoying their coffee together. So yeah, I just thought, and look at this, how they've teamed it up with tree dies from, I can't remember the name of those dies, but isn't that just so cool? Looks like they're sitting in a park enjoying their coffee together. Isn't that just in the moment stamp set? Thank you, Amber. I wasn't sure if Amber was there, but she's very good at remembering the names of all these other products. Yeah, the other one is called In the Moment stamp set. And this one is Coffee with Friends. This one is also designed by a 1 million sales achiever. I just saw that. I just realized that. So the 1 million sales achiever was Sandy Rule. So there you go. Great job, Sandy. Thank you for designing that for us. Yeah, so really great one. So if you're a coffee lover, that's one for you. Okay, this one here, Enchanted Butterfly. This is a reversible stamp set. So if you've seen the turtles, the sea turtle stamp set is a reversible stamp set. That one was in the last mini catalogue, the January to July mini catalogue that just retired. I only ordered it just recently before the catalogue retired, but I haven't used it yet. But I'm looking forward to sharing that with you soon. But it's a reversible as well, like this one. So this one will be really fun to play with those butterflies, the flowers. We've got two different types of butterflies. We've got some other little elements there, some flowers, a little motif, or I'm not sure what you'd call that. Looks like a little tile. Yeah, so I just thought that one would be really, really fun to play with. And then Beauty of the Deep. Again, sea themed, thinking of my daughter who with her marine biology. But I do love the ocean and I love the sea and anything to do with that as well. So I just really loved this one when I first saw that as well. This one was also, we were able to order that as pre-order as well as demonstrators. But I didn't get it at that time because I was ordering some other things. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting that one. And then we go through to the tools, and I think I showed this before. We've got some new decorative masks. They're on my wish list. They are the 4 square masks, and you'll notice that they're a different color to our other masks. Our other masks that we've been having of late have been sort of a brownie color, brownie gray color. These ones are actually white. So I thought that was interesting. And those masks are 6 by 6 inch in size. Well, actually, it says the largest mask is 6 by 6. So I wonder if they're different sizes. There's 4 different masks in that set. So I'll be interested to see when I get those. Haven't ordered them yet, though. Then I talked to you already about the Take Your Pick crafting tips. They're on my list, and of course I always have ribbon and bling on my list. I just don't have my wish list tabs in there because I basically just want all of the ribbons and all of the bling. So what did I have here? Oh yes, there's a new circle punch that is in this catalogue as well. It is the 2 3/8 circle punch. So you might have heard me talk about the fact that the 2 inch and the 1 3/4 inch punches have returned, but they are in, oh look, you can see me in there, hello. They have returned in the online exclusive, so you'll only find, I know they're really hard to see on camera because they just reflect everything. You'll find those in the online exclusive, those 2 sizes. But this one is bigger again. This is 2 3/8, and this one is actually in the catalogue because it coordinates with the Circle Sayings stamp set. Okay, so you can purchase them as a bundle, or of course you can purchase them individually. I'm just planning just to get the punch in that bundle, to be honest. The stamp set isn't really my kind of stamp set, but I know that a lot of other people have really been falling over about that stamp set. They really love it. It is a great one for beginners as well. It's a great one to coordinate with that punch for beginners, or if you don't have as much confidence with your stamping, or perhaps you don't like dies, or you don't have a die cutting machine. It is a good one for that. Yeah, it's just a different style to what I usually craft with. So, but yeah, everyone has different styles that they like. And I just ordered last night the monkeys, the little monkey builder, the little monkey bundle. I mean, it's got a builder punch and it's got the stamp set that coordinates with it. So that one is coming. It's on its way to me. So there you go. Oh, I've got one more tab. Oh, and this is the one I showed you earlier. So the paper florist dies. It's a standalone die set. It doesn't coordinate with any punch. They do fit through the mini, so that is awesome. And that is the one that I was talking about earlier that made some of these flowers on the back. And then also to the nested essential dies. I think nested dies are always great, and those solid shapes are always awesome. I always like to have them in my collection, so they're on my wish list as well. Yeah, so there you go. There's some other beautiful die sets in here as well that are standalone, that don't coordinate with any bundles or suites. So be sure to go through and have a look at some of these dies. Now, some of the dies, here we go. Here's the Grove dies that had those trees, that those two girls sitting on that bench enjoying their coffee. They're from the Grove dies. You'll notice that some of these dies that have carried over from previous catalogs, they do coordinate with some other products. So usually a stamp set. And it'll tell you here on the page where you're looking at the dies, but because they've carried over from a previous catalogue, they won't be bundled with their coordinating product. It's only the new products that'll have the bundles. Okay, so you can still get them. They're just, you don't have that bundle discount, that's all. Okay, so always look for that when you're looking for the dies. Always have a look to see if, oh look, it says with this one, see these dies in use on page 33. So let's go over and have a look at that. This one and this one, they look really interesting too. They're not on my wish list yet, but they may be, especially this one. They may become on my wish list down the track, because I'm just waiting to see how people use them, but I just think they're beautiful. Yeah. So let's have a look at page 33. And I just want to see how they've used it on page 33. Oh, it's this one here. There we go. Look at that. How beautiful are they? Oh, you know why I didn't pay much attention to that? Because I've already got this stamp set. So I was mainly looking at the stamp sets, not looking so much at the projects. But be sure to look at the projects, because you will get lots of creative inspiration from those projects. So look at that. They've used them here quite flat, and then they've layered them up to give a lot of depth here in this project. And I love these little sentiments too. You get the little fringing in this die bundle that creates that little flower center with the little stamens in the center. Or stamen, are they called stamens? I'm not sure. So yeah, so there you go. So that's my wish list. It's pretty big, isn't it? But, you know, as I said, my wish list can change and it can also grow, but I have 12 months of this catalogue. We all have 12 months of this catalogue. So pace yourself. There's lots of beautiful products in here, but pace yourself. You don't have to get everything all at once. As you can see, I bought just a few things last night, but I've got more on my next wish list, and then the wish list after that, and the wish list after that, or shopping list, I should say. So yeah, so there you go. Now, if you don't already have one of these catalogs and you would like one, if you don't have a demonstrator already here in Australia, please get in contact with me. I would love to send one out to you. In fact, I will put a link in the description of this video for you that you can go to request a catalogue. So if you do already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, be sure to ask them for a copy of the catalogue from them, because, you know, they do cost us money to order them, and then if we're sending them out, you know, that costs more money as well. So just to be fair to everybody, and also too, I'm sure that your demonstrator would want to look after you as their customer as well. So yeah, but if you don't yet have a demonstrator, then please I would love to help you if you're here in Australia. So feel free to get in contact with me. So my customers have already had their catalogs sent out to them. If you've shopped with me in the last 12 months, you've had your catalog sent out to you. Most of them should already be received by now. I've got a couple of follow-ups to do just to double check with people that they did receive them. But yeah, some of them have already been posting up their photos and they're excited in our VIP customer group that I have for my special beautiful customers. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for watching the video on replay. And remember that I'm always here if I can ever help you with anything. So please feel free to get in contact with me. Oh, one last thing I'm going to share with you. Let me just flip the camera back up face to face so that I can share this with you face to face, and then I will bid you farewell. So one moment, I'll just cover up the camera so I don't make you dizzy while I transition the camera. There we go. Oh, that was a bit noisy, wasn't it? It's a bit clunky. It's hitting the shelf. I think I've got my stand a little bit close to the shelf today. There we go. So I put a little bit of light. So just a reminder, if you are ordering, oh, there goes my light. Always falls down every time I move it. Stay. Please, stay. I think I need to tighten up all the screws on it again. It's going to fall. Okay, it is what it is. Remember that if you are shopping with me during May, I will send you a card kit to create this card that I created on my live creative time yesterday. So using some of those beautiful new, or using all of the beautiful new in colors and the beautiful Cheerful Daisies bundle as well. So you'll get that as a thank you for shopping with me. And remember to use my May host code as well. And if you are shopping with me and you're spending over $75, I'll also send you a thank you gift as well. Now, in looking through all of those things, if your wish list has grown and you are purchasing anywhere near $169, please consider joining Stampin' Up! Because, and I would love to have you join my team. If you would like to join with me, I would love to look after you and we would love to welcome you into our crafting community. But when you purchase the starter kit and you join Stampin' Up!, it is the best value for you because you're only going to spend $169 for the starter kit, but you get to choose up to $235 worth of product of your choice to put in that starter kit. So you can choose some of those things on your wish list, put them in your starter kit, choose $235 worth of product, but only pay $169. So you're getting $66 worth of free product. Plus on top of that, you'll get free shipping as well, which is works out at about $12 or $13 on an order of that size. So you're getting that shipping for free as well. And then beyond that, you're going to get a 20 to 25% discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Products, which you'll be wanting the discount on all of those brand new products, believe me, because I'm sure there's going to be so many that you want. And especially too, we've got the color refresh. So we've got all the new colors, the new in colors, all the products that go with that. Just so much yummy goodness. So exciting for all of these brand new things that we have to create with in our crafting journey. So if you would like more information about joining my team, please get in contact with me. I'd love to answer all of your questions, and then you can decide if that's something that you might like to do. But we are always excited to welcome new team members to our team. So in saying that, if there's anything that I can help you with, and of course I am happy to have you as a customer as well. If you decide that joining is not for you and you would just like to remain a customer, I'm happy to look after you as a customer. But yeah, if you join, then you get to keep the discount. Otherwise you're giving the discount to me as commission. So yeah, so definitely yeah, best value to join, but it's up to you. I'm happy to support you in whichever way you would like to be supported. So let me know if there's anything I can help you with. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. Now, I will be going live over on my YouTube channel on Thursday at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to come and join me over there on my YouTube channel, then feel free to join me over there. There will be a link in the description of this video if you're watching here on Facebook. So you can come over there and join me there too on Thursday. All right, have a great week and happy new catalogue. Enjoy. Happy crafting. Bye.